Welcome to Take the Nerd Out. I'm Shimmer.
John Marco.
I'm more into comics and superheroes.
I'm more into anime, I guess.
And John, what are you nerding about this week?
Obviously the Odyssey. I finally
Yeah.
saw the Odyssey. Not finally because it just came out, but I felt like I was late because you saw it on Thursday. You saw it on the premiere day. But I saw the Odyssey, so I'm nerding about that. Reading through One Piece again, so I'm nerding about that. Caught up on Game of Thrones too, or House of Dragons. So I'm nerding about a few things. Chain Smoker Cat Lady. I'm nerding about a few things.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nerding about Odyssey as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've recently seen, but Streamer University has been going crazy.
Yes.
I've been seeing a lot of clips about Ludwig. He's been dropping like game about streaming and content in general, so that's been awesome to see.
I think I followed Ludwig today because I'm like, I feel like I've heard you guys mention his name a few times. I'm like, I need to know about this guy.
Yeah, we've met him a few times. He's the GOAT of like streaming, so he's awesome. Doomsday trailer dropped.
Fire trailer.
Yeah. And I went to a Pokemon rap concert.
Yes, I wish I went, man. I'm so sad I didn't go.
Dude, how come you couldn't go?
Honestly, I was just like going back and forth whether or not I would go.
Yeah.
And then when I finally kind of started leaning towards actually wanting to go, I had a friend who was like going through something. So I just spent the day with me and my girlfriend spent the day with her because she had like I don't want to get into it, but she had some stuff that she was going through, and I'm like, I should probably be a good friend.
Yeah.
But then I saw all the videos, and I'm like, fuck. I
Yeah.
should have went to the concert.
Dude, it was so lit. Jen Warner and Cam Steady put on a Pokemon rap show.
Yes.
And I was like, this is so niche because I love Pokemon, I love rap, and I love moshing. And
Yeah.
dude,
I
like,
saw you guys moshing to like Big Man Blastoise. I'm like, oh, like the energy was there.
Yeah, the
and you were with
energy-
Parker too, I think, right?
Yeah. Energy was crazy. They're such great performers. And
So
it's,
good.
It's so cool to see two worlds collide. Because I remember back at home, like, my friends would be like, oh, you're into niche stuff. And like, I come here and I'm like, oh, it's like super popular. Like, this is so cool.
Your friends were like clowning you almost?
Yeah. They're like, dude, who likes all this stuff? And I'm like, the top 10 movies are like superhero movies.
Yeah.
Like,
they don't even like superhero stuff.
No, they're like normies. I'll make fun of them. They're normies.
Damn. That's crazy, especially for like superhero movies. Like even my girl can enjoy a good Marvel movie.
Yeah. It's just they're like super normie. And
what
like,
do they watch? Like Suits or like
No.
The Office?
Well,
like,
the girls will like watch. They're a huge fan of like the female rap, and I was like, wait, but Meg the Stallion likes anime.
Meg
so.
Thee Stallion is a face of anime.
Yeah.
I like Glorilla, but you could watch Glorilla and also rock with some Naruto.
Yeah,
like, what do
yeah.
you mean?
No,
I mean,
nah.
it's one of those things. Sorry to bring us on a side tangent, but like you forget these things that like are kind of taboo, I guess, to certain people.
Yeah.
So I have a really bad habit after a con of forgetting to take my badge off. Even if I go to like the club after that is like non-related.
Yeah.
And I remember being bullied because they were like, oh, you were at that like nerd convention. I'm just like, first of all, who the hell are you talking to?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like people are actually bullied for this. I'm like, you can't bully me because you just can't bully me.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not somebody who can be bullied.
No,
But
100%.
if I was like a more nerdy or defenseless person, I'm just like, damn, y'all really out here making people feel bad for liking shit?
Yeah. No, I just wait, and I'm like, the numbers speak for itself. The popularity is gonna speak for itself.
Yeah.
I mean, all these fashion brands are now collaborating with Naruto, One Piece. Like,
It's a gold mine.
it's a gold mine, so it's gonna happen eventually. They're gonna be wearing the merch
Mhm.
or watch something regardless.
Yeah, it's crazy. My last job, I feel like I used to always try to tell them like, oh, we should be covering more like anime related things, and then they started to see how much like numbers it would like bring them. And now that I'm not there anymore, they're always covering any anime pop-ups, and I'm like, oh, now y'all want to be down with the wave.
It's crazy. So yeah, that Pokemon rap concert was awesome, and it was cool.
What was your favorite song?
I mean, it's definitely got to be Big Man Blastoise.
Yeah.
Just because he was waiting for it. Big Body Charizard is also awesome.
That one goes hard.
Yeah.
Big body chop.
I've listened to a few of Cam's songs.
Yeah.
There's one where he made about Spider-Man. Or the Spider-Verse movie. I think it's called Canon Event. That's
cool.
Fire. That was a good song. I mean, they're both great performers, and they're both like different types of performers.
Yeah.
Jen Warner's more of like a rager, mosh pit. So every song was a mosh pit. But Cam Steady, he's like more of a kind of like performer. Sometimes there'll be mosh pits, sometimes there won't be, but it's very more controlled, I would say.
Yeah.
And it's cool how they kind of complement each other in a really good
Yeah.
way.
Honestly, so like I did some promo stuff with them. I'm always happy to like help like promo these events. So I guess that's why like it's weird that I didn't go because I was like promoting this event with them. But yeah, they're such good guys, man. Like, we have Coco Cade with them. That I told them, I'm just like, yo, if you do it again, like, definitely let us know. But such good performers and such good guys. And I'm sure they had other stuff too, like vendors and things like that.
Yeah, they had people selling Pokemon cards, selling merch.
Yeah.
So it was cool, and I can definitely see this being like a bigger thing.
Yeah. No, I hope they do it again for Pokemon Day. Because that's what they did last year. They did it on Pokemon Day, which I don't even know when that is. But yeah, I can see them scaling this, and hopefully, like, I would just love for Gen Oner to get an official Pokemon collab.
Oh yeah.
Because like, he would go crazy. He would go crazy.
No, 100%. So yeah, those are a few topics that we're nerding about, but we're also going to talk about in this episode. If you want to, hang out with us more, we're on Patreon. So
yes, sir.
Just $5 a month, you get extra episodes. We're going to talk more in detail about certain things, and we go more in depth. So we already have our first patron, which is awesome. So
yeah, shout out to that person who I won't name, even though I know who they are, but they would prefer to stay anonymous. I was on the phone with this person, and they were like, "Oh, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not subscribed." I'm like, "I saw your email." Like, I don't know if you can tell, but on the back end we have access to emails, which is actually really good in case we ever want to send out email blasts.
Okay. So we will spam you. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, we'll spam.
But speaking of the pod, we got canceled.
Yes, we did get canceled. I love being canceled.
Really?
Because it just, like, reminds you that, like, you're actually a person on the internet. Because sometimes you're anonymous, but it's like, no, you might piss people off. And it's a reminder that I'm taking up space. Have
you been canceled before?
I got canceled a few well, they almost canceled me a few times. The first time, thankfully, I was just starting out.
Yeah.
They did a McDonald's pop-up in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it was called WickDonald's with a W. And it was all anime themed. And it was apparently a reference to a specific anime. I forget the name of it. But long story short, I didn't know that we were boycotting McDonald's.
Gotcha.
This was around, I mean, obviously there's still stuff going on, like with the war and everything, but I guess things were kind of fresh.
Yeah.
And it went viral. It went like 2 million views, like, on both platforms too.
So you did a video?
I did a video, like, just covering it.
McDonald's.
Like, I just did like a.
And the video went viral.
The video went viral, and then I just started seeing a bunch of watermelons in my comment section, and I didn't even know what the watermelon meant at the time.
Yeah.
Like, now I know, and I'm very fully aware, and maybe I wouldn't have made the video if I had known. But at the same time, I'm like, I get it. I'm of the belief that there is no good dollar. Like, anything, if you choose to invest in capitalism, wherever you're buying something from probably is known to do some evil shit. So it's just like, we're picking and choosing. We're like tweeting off of a phone that was probably made by like some underprivileged kid in another country. And it's just like people don't see the irony in that. But yeah, they canceled me for making a McDonald's video. And then I think like one other time, but and they were like, "Oh, are you going to address it? Are you going to apologize?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not."
No, the thing is, like, you didn't know.
Yeah.
And I think you like tried your best, and then you learned. You got educated afterwards.
Well, I joked about it after in my story, which
Really?
they didn't like.
Oh shit.
Because I was just like, when you make a video about McDonald's and it becomes political, LOL, and then like a bunch of people like. But now I learned, like, if shit, like the thing that happened recently with us, which we can talk about, like, I'm just like, don't even acknowledge it. It'll just go away because people have short attention spans.
Yeah. One time, my friend sent me a video, and it's this girl, and she had a caption on the video.
Yeah.
And it was like that time that this interviewer goaded, like GOAD, goaded someone into saying something messed up, but the interviewee was like so nice that it didn't even work. And then someone sent that to me, and they were like, no way. And I was like, who is this person about? And then I look at the comments, everyone's like, who is this about? And then somehow I find out that it's about me.
Were you not in the picture? Or
I was not in the picture or video or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it was in like the related video. And then people were like, oh, if you want to see the video, here it is. And so there's this one guy, he like came up to me, and he was like coming up to me really aggressive, and I just like asked him, I asked him like who the hottest like, I forgot what I asked. But I was like, hottest something, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, what kind of creep do you take me for? And I was like, no, I'm just like asking. Or I asked him, okay, so he was like going around, and I asked him like, do you find any cosplayers attractive around here?
Yeah.
And then he was like, I prefer not to answer that. And then he proceeds to answer it. And then he was like, oh, I did find this one. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, did you like get their number? Did you get their Instagram? He's like, what kind of creep do you take me for? And I'm like, dude, I didn't know it was wrong to like flirt with, somebody. And I was treated like a villain. And I was like, I don't know. I still believe like you're okay to spit game as long as you do it like comfortably in
100%.
these conventions.
I think there's a line between like being creepy and just like trying to be social, and that line does get blurred. But I think it's a safe space to like potentially flirt, like not grab ass, like which some people like do. But I think it's safe. When I ask most girls in my interviews, they like I hate when guys like try to flirt with me at cons because they probably get it so much.
Yeah.
I think you got to pick and choose too. Like, don't try to flirt with the girl who you know like has been asked to take 100 million pictures because you're not the first and you're not going to be the last. But if you see some like low key like shorty looking like fire in like a Emma Frost like cosplay, like, and she's low key, like, you know, read the vibes. I always say it's probably better to wait till the after party if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's a little bit more of a understanding, like, but also with this community that we're in, people are quick to cancel.
Oh yeah, 100%.
People are very quick to cancel.
And there's like certain etiquettes you have to do, and sometimes you forget and you try your best. And yeah, I think my thing was like, okay, this is like a safe space for nerds.
Yeah.
Where else are you gonna find your partner? Like if you're a nerd, you know, it's these places. So as long as you do it respectfully, and like you can read the room. Some people don't know how to read the room, and so. But I think it's an appropriate place, personally.
I think so. If you're gonna do it, I think the best approach, and this is my dating advice for somebody who's been in a relationship for the last 10 years. But if you're gonna do it, I think you got to be forward with what you're gonna say. Like, don't try to like be like weird and then like low key like touch them. Like, just say, hey, I think you're cute. Can I get your number?
Damn,
like
John Marco Riz.
But you know what I mean? Like, let your intentions know. Because if you try to do it like a roundabout way, you might end up doing something creepy. But if you kind of just like lay it on like from the beginning, then like you kind of know where the situation is at, whether she's interested to entertain you at all.
Definitely shower, look clean.
Definitely shower. Definitely shower.
Deodorant.
Yeah.
Because you might not, because that might come off as creepy just on how you deliver it. You have to work on your delivery.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You definitely got to work on your delivery, and it. Actually, never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna. It was gonna sound awful.
All right, but yeah, we got canceled.
Yeah.
And you want to explain how we got canceled?
Yeah. So we had a clip where you and me were talking about just like is Anime Expo becoming the new Coachella, and we talk about like the percentage of like content creators and like people who are LARPing. And I think from the clip we were pretty respectful and also like acknowledging that there are real like anime fans in the community, but the editor like just coincidentally when we said like LARPing like put a video of a bunch of people that I actually know. I think Lloyd was in the video, which is a cosplayer that I know who always does like a bunch of JoJo's cosplays, and yeah, somebody commented like we are not LARPers,
and the video was fire. Like someone commented where everyone's at and stuff like that, so we made sure to pin that
100%. And like I mean, I'm sure he got it from like the AX recap footage, which I'm always like kind of careful when I do that stuff. I try to avoid stuff that like shows too many people's faces, even though it's on a public video. But I think the social media is not a real place in a lot of instances, so they probably forgot about it by now.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think some people were like, "Oh my God, that's our group," and I was like, "Dude, that's crazy."
Yeah.
Like in a way where I was like, "Oh, what is the coincidence that like, you know, this." Found itself to the people that were in the video.
Yeah.
And then other people are like, oh, you're stealing videos now. And that's not our intention at all.
First of all, we're not even monetized yet. So like when you say stealing, it's like you're assuming that we're making money because we're not.
Yeah, we're not. So, and two, it's like, yeah, we obviously want to give credit. And I don't know about you, but I'm really good about giving credit. Like I always collaborate. I always tag like, sometimes I tag people in the video and I don't tag them in the caption, right? And so people are like, oh, where's the tag? And I'm like, they just haven't accepted this collaboration yet.
Yeah.
Like, people are so straightforward to, like, cancel the interviewer because they haven't tagged. But they're always tagged.
They only care, though, when it's a girl.
Yeah.
They never care if it's a guy.
That's true, bro.
That's the only time they, like, complain. Like, I've had that, like, oh, he never tags them. I'm like, first of all, she told me she didn't want to be tagged.
Yeah.
Because you're a freaking creep. And speaking of the stealing, people need to understand how like this shit works. There's a thing called free use. Look it up. When we use our videos, they're under the free use law, first of all. Second of all, anything you post on social media does not belong to you. The second you post it on Instagram, it is not your video, it's not your picture. So it's free for anybody to use as long as there's not audio and visual syncing. You can take video and talk over it, and that'll always be good under free use. So when you call it Steelers, learn a little bit about copyright laws.
Yeah, and we pinned your comments and stuff like that so everyone is tagged. So
we never stole.
Yeah, we never
Just
stole.
so you guys know.
We never stole. Free use.
Free use. Look it up.
Bro, John spitting game.
It's just people aren't educated on these things, and I'm like, I'm not gonna give you a whole, like, I took one copyright class in college. But as video editors, there are things that I've looked into where I'm just like, what's okay to use, what's not okay to use. And yeah, free use is a great there wouldn't be news outlets if there wasn't like the free use. Like,
And like obviously you can tell with the video, our intention was not to call you LARPers.
No. Yeah. Also use context.
Yeah.
Use context. Like, people just are so quick to like try to cancel people, and I love it, but at the same time, it's just a reminder that like common sense is not so common.
Yeah. No, 100%. All right. We both watched the Odyssey.
Yes.
Now
Movie
it's time.
of the year.
Here you go. All right, we're gonna try this new segment where we put our ratings on. We don't know each other's ratings. We haven't talked about the Odyssey. All right, so give me 1 second.
Are we doing this out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did out of 5?
No,
okay.
Let's do 10. Let's do 10. Just because I already wrote it.
Hold on, let me make it bigger so it's easier to see.
Yeah, I tried to make mine a little bit bigger. I feel like it was way too small when I did it last time.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't know your rating yet. You don't know mine.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what yours is gonna be. I think we both liked it.
Okay.
That's that much I at least know. But you ready?
You want to start the clip off?
All right. Okay. How do we want to clip this? All right. What? I don't know. I don't know how.
What would you rate the Odyssey?
All right. What would you rate the Odyssey? 10 out of 10. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. 9.5.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, man.
10 out of 10. Okay.
Dude,
I did not expect that from you.
What a movie, man.
Yeah,
that shit was amazing.
That was crazy.
Oh, my God.
Luffy in there? Yes, Luffy. Luffy makes it yeah, you missed it, bro. He's in the boat.
No, I mean, even One Piece, I wouldn't give like a 10 out of 10.
Whoa.
One Piece has its flaws. The manga, maybe.
So the Odyssey didn't have its flaws?
I think you have less room to make errors in a 3-hour movie.
And a 3,000-year-old story.
Yeah, and a 3,000-year-old story. But I thought it was, like, when I think of a rating, I'm like, what can I say was bad about this movie? I can't think of a single thing that I didn't like about this movie.
For me, it wasn't something was bad. I felt like I wanted to see more. Like, Christopher Nolan, he's so practical with his effects. I wish we saw more of the sirens and, like, the monster that like was grabbing them.
Yeah.
Like, we only saw glimpses of it. And I just want to see more. I want him to do more.
You wanted the action sequences to be a little bit more bigger.
I just want to see more of the monsters. Like, I think the only time we really saw it was a Cyclops. And that was phenomenally done.
Yeah.
That was amazingly done. But I would like to see more, just CGI monsters. That was my only gripe with the movie.
I get that. I think it would have been cool if it got like real like gory with the Cyclops, but
that too. I wish it had more blood for a war movie.
It wasn't very bloody. It wasn't
very bloody, and I understand why he did it, and it didn't take away from it removing blood, but I think it would have added if there was some blood.
For sure. When I was watching it, I'm like, in comparison to something like House of Dragons or Game of Thrones, it's so much darker. But then I'm like, well, this isn't a dark fantasy, so I'm like, okay, I can't like expect the type of things that I see in like a Game of Thrones, but I mean anything from that era is like super grotesque. Like war is horrible now.
Yeah.
But like at that time, like where people are fighting with swords and shit, like it's just blood everywhere.
Yeah, my expectations going into it, I think I told you too, I'm not like too keen on Christopher Nolan's like fantasy or historical movies.
Yeah.
And so I read the Odyssey, Spark noted.
In
middle school. So like all our, English teachers would like hype up this, story that's like 2,000, 3,000 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's cool, it's whatever. Like, so I kind of forgot a lot of the main plots.
I think it came out in 1703 because I looked it up earlier. So it's about 300 years old.
Damn, I said 2,000, 3,000.
Just
200, 300.
Only because I looked it up yesterday because I was trying to see what the differences were. And I think it said like 1703
Wait, there's no way. It's like old Greek. That means like someone recently made that. That's pretty recent.
I'll double check.
Double check.
Let me double check right now.
So yeah, we've been reading this story for a long time, but I kind of forgot a lot of the aspects of it. So I was thoroughly surprised in the twists and turns that happened in the movie. And a lot of people said like if you like the Odyssey, you may not like the story wise, you may not like this rendition of the movie. But I thought it was phenomenally done. I thought the music was amazing. I thought the acting was amazing. I thought the set pieces and the cinematography were amazing.
You were right, by the way. It was released in the year 750.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know where I saw. Maybe that's when like the official release came out.
Release.
Like when they started like mass manufacturing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I was like, there's no way 1700. That's like brand new, bro.
I don't know where I got that.
But yeah, I think the pacing of the movie. Usually these movies are like slowly paced in terms of like you're on the ship. It feels long, but everything was just kind of quick. And
it went by quick.
Yeah.
For the 3 hours that it was, I was glued to like the screen the entire time. The whole time I'm just like, wow. Like, this is a blockbuster movie, bro. Like, oh, my God. I just saw Moana the other day, and there were parts where they CGI'd the water, like, hitting the girl's face. I'm just like, you couldn't get real
You couldn't
water?
Christopher Nolan this? You didn't film this in 70 millimeter?
But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people will take it there, and, like, I just appreciate it. It's why I love, like, certain rappers that, like, you don't have to, like, do all this. Like, you don't have to do all this extra stuff, but for the people who do, for the people who you know, like, really love, like, the process of filmmaking, like, you can just see it through this movie. And, like, in every second of it, like, so I went to the bathroom, like, halfway through the movie, right? And I, like, ran.
Yeah.
And on my way, like, while I was running out of the theater, there was another girl who was, like, running to get back in. And I, like, joked. I'm just like, I'm on the same type of time. Like, I also really am sad to even miss a second of this movie.
Yeah.
Like, what other movie is going to have you, like, running to the bathroom and back? Like, it was so good. I just loved the different islands.
It's wild you say that because usually my bladder is super small.
Yeah.
And this movie, my bladder locked in. My bladder was like, yo, you can't miss this, bro. And I'm like, yo, thank God.
Yeah, no. I for me, it's not an indictment to the movie, but I just get sleepy. Like, so sometimes I'll get up just to like kind of wake myself up.
Yeah.
So once I started to feel my eyes get a little bit heavy, I'm just like, okay, this is a good time to like use the bathroom. My bladder was also kind of just like, hey, you kind of gotta pee.
What time did you watch it?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Oh, wow. Early morning.
10 a.m. I was originally supposed to watch it at 11 p.m. I had the first row for the 70 millimeter screen at Universal.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I don't hate myself that much. So I'm like, let me not like sit. Cause I don't know if you've ever been to that one specifically at Universal.
No.
It's the biggest screen that I've ever seen. I know Armand was saying that there's another one at the TCL. But the one at Universal is huge. Probably same size as the TCL one. But if you're in the front row, there's no way you can see everything. You're going to have to like turn your head just to like see certain things.
So you saw it in regular IMAX?
I saw it in regular IMAX, which I was happy for because I love like the like my seat was like sound. Vibrating. Oh my God, the sound. Dude, what'd you think about the Travis Scott opening?
I mean, honestly, like I didn't know it was him.
I recognized him right away.
I didn't hear the auto-tune. Like, all right.
I get those goosebumps.
Straight up.
Straight up.
I didn't hear that, so I didn't know it was Travis Scott. But no, that I could tell shortly after. But no, I thought, so a lot of people are mad about the casting choices in the Odyssey. And they're furious about Elliot Page. They're furious about the lady who played Helen of Troy. They're furious.
You're talking about Lupita?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're just saying like, there was a go woke, go broke movement. So they thought that the Odyssey was not going to make money or anything like that. And also there was an Indian guy who was the best friend of Odysseus. And I'm like,
he was a hater though.
If you're going to hate, like hate equally. Why aren't you hating on the Indian guy too? Like,
oh, they weren't hating on the Indian guy.
No, like no one talked about him. And I'm
well,
like,
you know what they really mean when they hate. They hate women and they hate black people.
Yeah,
like that's just what it is.
Literally. And so also I feel like Christopher Nolan, he took like a kind of modern twist with the Odyssey in terms of, he's putting like what the people today would be in that scenario. Because you can tell that because of their accents. That's one thing that kind of like threw me off for a little bit. I'm like,
love that.
They just have American accents.
I love that.
And so I'm like, okay, this is like Christopher Nolan's rendition of the Odyssey. It's like modernized. You got Travis Scott. You got all these people, Elliot Page, you know, all these people that he's putting in to kind of still tell the story in its natural way, but put in a modern rendition to it.
Yeah, I mean, just for me, like, don't get me wrong, Game of Thrones is one of my favorite shows, but like the fact that he decided to go with a American like dialect, I appreciated it because it's just easier for me to understand.
Yeah,
like I went to London. like last year, and like sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what the hell. Like I know we're speaking the same language, but I can't freaking understand.
John
you.
Malco.
I'm just like, you sound like you have marbles in your mouth. I'm sorry. So I appreciated it, but with the Travis Scott opening, I thought it was a great opening because like when I think of Travis Scott, I think of like mosh pits, I think of like raging, and like it was like it kind of set the tone, especially with him like banging on the thing, because drums were like such a big part of this movie.
Yeah.
Every time like shit was turning up, it was like brr, brr, brr.
Yeah.
So like
Really
him
got
kind
you
of
hyped.
starting that off was kind of like the show is about to start, and like who better than Travis Scott to like let you know like, yo, you're about to be in for a ride.
Yeah.
I don't, not necessarily that he's such a great actor, but I just thought he was perfect for that specific scene, and it just tied everything together like on where it's gonna go. But I loved the fact it was loud at times, the drums, but did you pay attention at all to like the drums like kind of being like a big part of the movie?
Oh yeah, 100%. Every time they were trying to build up to something,
Yeah.
trying to build up to some climax or mini climax
Yeah.
in the movie, or increase tension, the drums just kept getting louder and louder, or like the speed of the drum would get heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
On top of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
It was like separate from the soundtrack. You could tell because it's the same drum happening across the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is so sick, because this is just, he's like using all these little, you got visual cues, you got musical cues, sound effects to enhance the experience that you're watching. So he's really like trying to make you feel the emotion.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about war, but I know like drums would signify kind of like what's going on. Like you use your drums to kind of like send like orders, like if you want to flank or this, like they'll play like specific drum patterns. So I'm sure it's like a nod to that era. And like
no 808s for Travis Scott.
That would be sick. that would be sick, but also like so cringe if like Travis Scott like literally like had the little NPC.
Yeah. I mean, there was in his movie Tenet. So Travis Scott did a song for Tenet.
So I guess he has a relationship with Travis.
Yeah, that's why.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But nah, dude, I love that movie.
Yeah, you had a few questions talking about the Odyssey.
Yes.
And
so
like how we can review it more.
What were your expectations going in, and did it live up? Or for the Odyssey, what were your expectations going in, and do you think it lived up to the hype?
So my expectations, like I said previously, I don't really like historical Christopher Nolan films, and I didn't really care for the Odyssey as the story that much as other people may have. But I was blown away with my expectations.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing in every front. It was so epic. Matt Damon was crazy.
He did his thing.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson, amazing.
Amazing.
Villain. Tom Holland.
He could have been better with his accent, but I'm not going to hold it to him.
Okay, but like
I could hear
he was annoying,
the British coming out.
Yeah, but he was annoying though.
He was definitely annoying.
Yeah,
he was
which
super
was like
annoying.
perfect that you need.
Yeah. I got to highlight. I feel like they do the accent better than we do their accent. So whenever I feel like they're not doing it 100%, I got to call it out.
Yeah. John Leguizamo, I think that's how you say his name. Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
who did he
good.
play again?
He was the blind guy.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh my God, so good, so good. I just call him the Mexican guy.
But yeah, would you?
So expectations. I went into this being like, this is gonna be over glazed, because for me, everybody walked out of the Oppenheimer movie like it was the best thing since sliced bread. I'm like, this movie was good at best. I definitely thought it was better than the Barbie movie, because I know those two movies were like paired together. But this completely blew my expectations. I knew I would prefer this type of story more, because it kind of centers around action and adventure and historical context. But I still didn't think.
And it's related to One Piece.
Yeah, and it's basically One Piece. Low key, Oda is such a fan of like fiction and history. I'm not surprised if the Odyssey in some way was inspiration for Oda making the One Piece anime or manga. But yeah, it totally like blew my expectations. Like I knew I would at least like it. I didn't think it would be one of my like favorite movies that I've ever seen.
Oh, what's one of your favorite movies you've ever seen?
I think so, man.
Oh,
Just
wow.
because like I said, man, like you could just tell like they cared.
Yeah.
Like every aspect of the movie they cared about. Like, and you just see so much slop these days. Like there's just so much like Supergirl, yeah. Like Supergirl, like it was good, but like you could tell that they didn't care. Like it's just like no, you don't have to. People are gonna line up to watch a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
But he showed up. I saw a video. I think we talked about this last week actually with Straw Hat, where he's like, "Yeah, I had my family on set."
Yeah.
Tom Holland was like, "Yeah, any day on this film would have been the hardest day on any other film."
Tom Holland, after filming that, he went to the Brand New Day set and he's like, "We got to step up our game."
Yeah.
Literally, he said that. He was like, "We got to step up our game." So
yeah, and you could tell, man. You could tell, like it just you could tell they put a lot of love into it. So it definitely like past my expectations. It's just so visually too. It's so good. Did you feel like you're glad that you saw it in theaters, or do you feel like you could have enjoyed this at home?
I mean, I'm a theater goer.
Yeah.
I even if it's the worst movie of all time, like I still prefer watching it in a theater.
Yeah.
I've never, especially with AMC A-List,
4 movies a week.
4 movies
for
a week.
$28.
You just watch 2 movies and you make your money back.
Literally.
But yeah, I love the theater experience. I love
Yeah.
being around strangers, like experiencing the same thing and just escaping from the world.
Yeah.
I feel like when you watch a movie at home, like with streaming or something like that, yeah, it's the comfort of your own home, but sometimes you just pull out your phone. You're like, you know what? And then, yeah, you get distracted by a bunch of things.
No,
so.
me too. 100%. Like, especially with like TikTok and just all these things that are meant to distract. Like, a 2-hour movie will probably take me 4 hours at home because I constantly like am stopping it to like go get some food or send a text or whatever. Like, the movies really just forces you to like lock in, and like it's a shared experience. The woman next to me kept coughing though, which was kind of annoying. So I'm just like, if I get sick because of you, I'm gonna be so mad. Thankfully I didn't. But yeah, I definitely think it was a must-see experience in theaters. Do you feel like you missed out because we both saw it in regular IMAX, or do you also want to see it in 70 millimeter?
I think we missed out because we literally saw half of the movie.
No, you think?
We did.
Even with IMAX?
Yeah.
Oh.
If you see pictures, it's literally like a sliver of IMAX 70 millimeter. And like he shot it natively in 70 millimeter. So
Yeah.
you're literally missing like half of the movie.
But
it's still good.
when I saw the side-by-sides, it was regular, like Dolby, that they were comparing to IMAX. I think IMAX is still the same resolution size.
I think it's the same width. But
Really?
IMAX 70
It's not the same height.
Yeah, it's not the same height.
It's definitely not the same size screen. Like I was telling Armand earlier, like that is the biggest screen that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The one at Universal. Maybe the TCL is also in the same size. But for me, that's just the biggest one that I've seen. So at least we didn't see it in regular Dolby. For me, I guess I thought dimension-wise, I saw like everything was like I saw everything that I needed to see. What I want to see is like how the colors and tones are
Okay,
differ.
you're missing like a quarter of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's IMAX 70 millimeter, and then that's IMAX 4K, like the.
Gotcha.
Those
So we still
ones.
missed a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
Not
it's,
half,
it's not like
though.
a huge deal.
Not
But
half.
yeah, it's not half.
And I was trying to keep an eye for that, where I'm just like, okay, like part of his head is cut off. Is it because like that's how they shot it, or am I missing something? So I'm like, I was trying to pay attention, and I convinced myself, I'm like, nah, I don't think I'm missing anything. These shots like feel like what they're supposed to be like. But now after seeing that, I'm like, okay, I do feel like I missed out a little bit.
No, I remember seeing pictures, and I'm like, dude, this is like insane.
Yeah, I think at least with the one that we saw, sound-wise, it was probably better.
Oh yeah, sound wise, yeah. I think, and honestly, that might be most of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a huge picture. Like, I can't tell the difference. Oh my gosh, this is like more 4K than that. The
Yeah.
crisp and contrasting colors, but sound is the game changer. So from going from regular to IMAX theater, like you get that sound.
Yeah. No, I think so. So I was glad to get that. The only like I don't know if I'll like be able to like spot the differences per se, but I know like when I saw Oppenheimer in the 70 millimeter, you can like see like the black spots like from like the film projector, which just makes it feel cooler. But I'm just like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to see some black dots, man.
Yeah.
But I do wonder if the pictures are more crisp or whatnot. But yeah, it's booked out for the next like 3 weeks.
Crazy.
The AMC, but I might check out the TCL. So if I do, I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know. Do you think you can recommend this film to a lot of people? I don't know
Yeah.
if I can.
No?
I feel like you have to really enjoy cinema. Like, I don't feel like it's for the normies, you know?
I don't know. I think I can recommend it. I mean, it is a timeless story.
Yeah.
Our English teachers have been forcing us to read it for the past like 300 years
Yeah.
or whatever. But I wouldn't recommend it to a somebody that I felt was simple.
Yeah.
But I don't think you necessarily need to be a movie buff. But if I feel like in any way you're an intellect, then I would recommend
Yeah.
this to you.
My friend, so we had to buy his ticket like way later because we found out he was coming with us like way later. So me and my friend got good seats in the back, but he had the front row seats. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. This was these were the only tickets I could get you. So he's like, okay, it's whatever, it's fine. And then after the movie ended, I was like, what'd you think? He was like, dude, I loved it. And I was like, even in the front? He was like, dude, it felt like VR. Like, it was awesome. And so I was like, okay, I'm glad you got a great experience.
Yeah, I don't think it's so bad in the regular IMAX theater, especially if they recline. But in the 70 millimeter one, they're just like regular seats, and it is a bigger screen. So like, I was in like one of the front rows for like the Demon Slayer movie, and I remember it being like so overwhelming. Like my girlfriend actually ended up switching our tickets to the back. Thankfully, there were options, but with Oppenheimer, you don't have that option.
Yeah. Or the Odyssey.
Yeah,
You
the
saw
Odyssey.
Oppenheimer.
Did you have a favorite scene?
Ooh, dude, I love at the end when he pulls the bow and then starts
that's
shooting
what I was
everyone,
gonna say.
and then he starts killing everyone like he's Jason Bourne, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, we've waited for this moment. And my only thing is like, I wish Tom Holland was contributing like a lot. He was contributing a little bit.
He was mogged so heavily in that scene.
But I understand that they needed him to be a good king, so he can't kill anybody. So they kind of had.
Oh, so he didn't kill anybody. I didn't even notice.
I don't know if he killed the guy on the top. I forgot.
Yeah.
But if not, he just like injured him.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like, no, you need to be like a good king because we can't keep the cycle of breaking Zeus's law.
Yeah, yeah.
And so just Matt Damon going crazy over like all these people, and I'm like, dude, this is so awesome and so sick, and it was such a payoff moment.
Yeah.
You know, I never felt so like, like,
yeah,
this build up, you know, you've been through all this.
No, it was so good. And just like, you know, like like you said, the payoff moment from the beginning where they're like, why do you like, you know, warn your prey before you hunt it? He's like, because I fight with honor. And he's like, well, you're not fighting, you're hunting. He's like, still like honor doesn't waver. Like if you're truly an honorable person, it doesn't matter whether it's a pig or a king. You like always fight with honor. So yeah, that moment he like let everybody know what time it was, and he was about to slaughter you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, it was so good.
Honorable mention though, where they turn into pigs.
Yes,
dude, that scene was so sick.
Yeah,
because I've never seen Christopher Nolan really do horror. And this moment with the drum beats, how the music was, and like the shots and the slurping sound effects, I'm like, yo, what is going on? And then she puts her hand inside his mouth and pulls it and turns them into pigs. I'm like, crazy. Yo, that's crazy.
I would have killed her.
Yeah, no, same. I was like, how are they walking past her and not killing her, bro?
No, yeah. I mean, the pigs low-key could have like done a mutiny, but I guess it's good because then they would have been stuck in that form forever. So I think my favorite scene would probably be that same last one, but if not that one, I think like when they first like get into the cave with the giant, the son of Poseidon.
That was such a good.
Just because it kind of like was like, okay, like this is the first stop of the adventure. To me, it almost felt like a Jaws movie.
Yeah.
Because it was like very minimal, like you said, where we couldn't like see him very much, but you knew he was around, and like it was just crazy. Like to me, it just like set the tone for like what was about to happen.
You also don't know his like motive. Like
no,
at the time you're like, okay, does he want to eat them? But why is he sleeping with them? He knows they're there. And
did he? Or I thought it,
because like he would eat them like 2 at a time, and then like they would try to escape, and then there was some left, and then you know.
I guess it's one of those things where he prefers like the food to be alive when he eats it. Yeah. So it's just like, I got all my sheep here, I got my humans here. Whenever I want a little snack, you know, you take a little bite.
So that was cool.
Watch some Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So you're like figuring out like what his motives are as like an animal, not necessarily as like a intellectual being.
Yeah.
And then you realize like, oh wait, he can speak English, like, or he can speak.
Apparently, I didn't hear any. I didn't like understand any of the things that he actually said, but there's so many. I'm trying to remember. Like, I also really did like the Trojan horse like scene. I love how they reframed it too, where for so long, like at least like when we learned about it in class, it was just like, oh, this like genius move. But like they reframed it. Christopher Nolan reframed it. Was like, no, this is what broke the balance of Zeus's law because we like did such an underhanded thing, and like that kind of set like humanity off on like a bad path of like there's no honor. So I like how they reframe that scene because it is messed up. Like y'all gave him a gift, and then like you just like kill everybody, and then you like let in all the other people, like, and it was a bloodbath.
It's so funny in most of Christopher Nolan films. there's always like a law that they just consistently say throughout the movie. Like in Interstellar, they're like Murphy's law, Murphy's law. Anything that can happen will happen.
I didn't
like
know
Zeus's
that.
law, they're like you treat everyone equally. Like all these laws that happen throughout his movies. I forgot. I know what was Inception one? Yeah, you need one thing to keep you in check. So oh yeah, don't look anyone in the eye. So there's like these little motifs or like, you know, sayings or phrases or actions that happen throughout the movie that he wants to make sure that's a consistent theme.
I like that. Kind of reminds me of like anime a little bit, like Naruto just always being like my ninja way.
Yeah.
And it's essentially just like honor and belief in yourself, and like that's like a theme that like other people end up adopting, but it's just like a thing that they always remind you of, you know. With One Piece, it's just like the idea of freedom and fighting for freedom and how important it is. I like when like things like media, it builds off of one central idea.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So wait, what was I gonna say next? Let me see. So we're talking about favorite scenes. Who do you think had the best performance?
Okay, I mean, we kind of went over this, but I think it's between. I think it's gonna be between Robert Pattinson and John Leguizamo.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Matt Damon killed it, but that's like obvious.
Yeah. He's the main character. Still, I mean, I was gonna say Matt Damon, just because like he had to. He had to. Yeah.
Like he embodies, and I think he's a perfect actor for that because he kind of embodies like a older father figure, but he's so like rigid in his routine, and he seems like a great guy.
Yeah.
And it seems like that is him. You know, I don't know if he modeled himself after Odysseus or if Odysseus is supposed to be like that, but I felt like it was Matt Damon in that like old time period era.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, he's played like that type of character, I feel like, before, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's also played like dangerous, you know, Jason Bourne.
Yeah,
like, he doesn't know who he is, but yeah, he's played that character before, and I think he did an amazing job.
I also think Anne Hathaway did a really good job. She I think is a slept on one. Well, I don't know if she slept on, but I think it was really cool to see her frustration kind of operating from like that like caged bird like type of archetype.
Yeah.
She was just like, she was fed up, man. She's just like, I'm forced to now deal with like all your shit, Odysseus. Like I'm here, like I'm ready to like marry somebody else. Like she didn't want to. Obviously she missed him.
Yeah.
I thought the scene where she was like yelling at Tom was really good.
Oh yeah.
Cause like you could tell it hurt her to do it, but she was just so mad at him. She's just like, you're not no king, bro. Like you're not ready for this. You're not built for it. You're not Odysseus.
Yeah. I thought Tom Holland did amazing too.
I thought he did good. I would even say great. I was nervous at first, right? Because I'm like, how much is he in this film? Like, and how big of a role does he play? I think they put him in just a perfect amount. And I'm glad that his major roles was like at the beginning, the end, and like sprinkled throughout the middle. I thought he was gonna be with Odysseus like the whole time, and I'm just like,
I thought he was gonna chase after Odysseus, and he kind of did, but then he stopped.
Yeah,
and then he's like, okay, tell me stories. Okay, I'm gonna return. So I thought he was gonna like find him and bring him back or something like that.
When they had John Bernthal's character, and I was just like,
let me tell you something.
I thought he was gonna say it, man. I'm like, is he gonna say it? He didn't say it.
Apparently, he doesn't improv that.
Apparently,
they're just in the script every time.
Yeah. Apparently, but it would have been cool if he did that. So they actually made don't quote me on this. They made a slight change. I think in the original story, Odysseus and Athena is her name, right? Anne Hathaway's character?
No, Athena is Zendaya.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was probably my only letdown, by the way, and I'll get back to Zendaya.
Okay.
I feel like I just thought we were going to have more Zendaya. Like, she was just, like, in the background, like, remember me? Like, every, like, 5 minutes or every, like, you know, so often. But she maybe had, like, 10 lines in the whole movie.
Yeah.
But them sailing to the West together to honor their men is not how the original story ended, apparently.
Like, okay, at the end.
Apparently, he's, like, he has to stay in the kingdom. Either he dies in the kingdom or, like, he's... I don't know. I got to look it up. But they changed that part of it.
Okay. I like how they did it with this because he was like, oh, I came to see you for the last time. And then she's like, no. And then he's like, last time here.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's so sick because he just has that, like, good Christopher Nolan knows how to do a good payoff.
Yeah.
You know?
It doesn't have to be a sad ending.
It doesn't have to be
a happy ending. Yeah.
And, like, it's sad that he has to, like, leave, but it's up to his son now to make sure Zeus's law can be in society.
It did kind of feel like Bran becoming king of the Seven Kingdoms, where I'm just like, is this the best person for the job?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, train your son.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he had like a few sword lessons from John Leguizamo, who has like one working eye.
Yeah.
Like,
No, but I think what they did for the kingdom, like he knew the character that his son was based on the interactions that his son treated him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he honored Zeus's law because
he honored Zeus's law because he's like, oh, this is a random homeless person. The way he took care of his dog, that was enough for his dad to be like, oh, you got this. And this is the type of king we need. We don't need like a fighter. We don't need that. We need someone to keep the peace and not always. And after they killed all the suitors, he was like, all right, you got this.
I hope so. I mean, I don't know like how the history actually plays out. I mean, I guess.
I mean, I'm sure he, like in real history, he would probably get murked. Day two. But like in movie sense, I thought he was like, you need that nice dude king.
Yeah. Do you have any criticisms?
Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier, I wish we saw more of the monsters.
More of the monsters.
The sirens and stuff like that. Obviously, I loved what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also the giant fight, I felt that was underwhelming. I felt like that was just so quick and they just got murked. Like with all the giants coming. With the armor,
yes,
right?
The fucking strong soldier dudes.
The soldiers, yeah. I thought that was just such a quick scene.
Yeah.
I wish we felt more in like what it's like to be in war and like, oh my God. And
yeah, we didn't get a lot of like big war like sequences. Like nothing like Battle of the Bastards like type of like. I love when they really go micro and like show you that. That would have been a great opportunity for
even
that.
in the I understand why they didn't show Troy that much because they just wanted to show the after effects.
Yeah.
But maybe we could have got that war scene with those.
Yeah, I think that could have been good. I don't know if this is like a fair criticism, but I was like, when I think of this time period, I think of a lot of people fucking. And I feel like there was like no sexy.
Those Game of Thrones.
There's like nobody fucking in this movie. No. That's not what I said. I was just like, there's no like sexiness to this movie. Like, can we get a little hot? Like, Matt Damon's in great shape, man. Him and Charlize Theron, whatever. They could have had some great moments, man. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Like, it was a little too PG at certain times for me.
Yeah,
but I'm
more
just
blood, more sex.
Yeah, more
quoted
blood.
by John.
Would you say it's his best movie?
No.
Okay, I'm guessing Interstellar is still your number one, or is that not your favorite one?
So I had an idea that we're gonna do top 10 ranking Christopher Nolan films after this segment.
Yes.
So I can talk about it then.
We'll save it for that. We'll save it for that. Before we do that, then let me just do a quick little. Like comparing the movie against other classic films. So, is The Odyssey better than The Godfather?
I actually have not seen The Godfather.
Is The Odyssey better than Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Is The Odyssey better than Schindler's List? Is The Odyssey better than Schindler's List?
It's been a long time since I've seen Schindler's List, so I'm just gonna go with The Odyssey.
Is The Odyssey better than Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, to me, hot take, Pulp Fiction is not even Quentin Tarantino's best film.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that another time.
Wait, what do you think?
Oh, I haven't seen all of his films, but I think Pulp Fiction is an amazing film.
So you think Pulp Fiction is better than Odyssey?
No. I think
okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, for how long it's been out, I think Pulp Fiction is more of a classic, and I think it will hold up longer than the Odyssey.
Yeah, I think Pulp Fiction is just like a masterclass in like dialogue and like the way like the characters like interact with each other to me is just like very timeless and so unique and so different. Like I just always go back to that scene of Sam Jackson like talking about the Big Mac.
Yeah.
And like you just didn't need to do that. Like I always go back to like when people just do shit because they want to and because they love like what they do. Like I just always appreciate that. But is The Odyssey better than Parasite?
No.
Is The Odyssey better than The Matrix, the original?
No.
Is The Odyssey better than The Empire Strikes? Yeah. Is The Odyssey better than The Empire Strikes Back?
No.
Is The Odyssey better than Goodfellas?
It's been a while since I've seen that, but I'll say Odyssey's better.
Is The Odyssey better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I haven't finished Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. Well, that's the last
one. Have you seen other Quentin Tarantino films?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I really like Kill Bill, but I didn't see the sequel, I think.
Do you think Odyssey's better than Kill Bill?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think Kill Bill is that good of a movie, personally.
Really?
Like, I think it's a
I mean,
fun
you need
movie.
to watch both parts because I feel like both parts is a movie.
Which is it in the second one that she kills like a bunch of people, or is that the first one?
First one she kills a bunch.
Okay, then yeah, I don't think I saw the second one. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I might have seen it. I just don't. It's harder for me to remember than the first one. I think Kill Bill is like a fun movie. I think action-wise, like it probably did a lot of things that hadn't been done before.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a simple movie. I feel like. Yeah, I don't put it.
JJK is inspired by Kill Bill.
Yeah,
that one Maki episode.
JJK is also not necessarily a great anime.
Have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
Yes. That's one where the theater blows up at the end, right?
Yeah.
I didn't care for that one.
What?
I didn't care for it.
That's my favorite Quentin Tarantino film.
It was cool. I didn't see it in theaters. Did you see it in theaters?
I didn't.
I just remember feeling like this is cool. I think it's hard for me to remember it, but like it was like based in like Nazi Germany, and the main characters, were they Americans or?
Yeah, they were Americans.
And they're fighting the Germans.
The Germans, yeah.
But I feel like
you had Brad Pitt.
Yes.
And then you had that lady who's French.
Yeah, it didn't resonate with me. That's why I could barely remember it. I just remember the theater blowing up at the end more than anything. But I would say out of all the ones that I listed, the only one that I would maybe say is better is probably Pulp Fiction.
You don't think Empire Strikes Back is better? Matrix, you don't think is better than the Odyssey? Dude, Matrix is like timeless.
Matrix is fire. Empire Strikes Back is fire too, but like they're more good for different reasons, not because they're good movies, but because they build really good worlds, if that makes sense.
I feel like Matrix is like a commentary on philosophy of life.
Nah, 100%. I mean, it's a deep movie for sure. Yeah. But I don't know.
I mean, so is Odyssey. I won't say it's not a philosophy on life, but I think it's more tailored towards certain aspects of life.
For sure. And I think The Matrix is so relevant to like things going on today. You get, people talk about blue pill, red pill stuff all the time. But I don't know. For me, The Matrix was more of like a fun action movie more than like something that like stuck with me mentally per se. When I was a kid, I just wanted to like, go backwards like Neo. I used to be able to, I swear.
Dang.
I used to be flexible when I was 7 years old. But yeah, you want to do the ranking?
All right.
Where are we at, by the way, Armand?
I think we're like 52.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So this will be perfect to kind of finish the main pod.
Damn, I have so many more topics. Okay.
I told you we need a lot of time to talk about the Odyssey.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do top 10 Christopher Nolan ranking. We're gonna rank top 10 Christopher Nolan films. You've seen 6.
Yeah, out of his, I looked up all of his movies. I think I've only seen 6. 3 of them are Batman movies.
Okay, so let's hear your ranking from 6 to 1 of your top 6 Christopher Nolan film rankings.
Okay, like I said, I haven't seen all of them, but I'm going from worst to best. So I've seen 6 out of his 13 films. So at the bottom, I got Batman Begins. I think Batman Begins was good. I think I had no idea the sequel would be as good as it was if I was just judging it off the first film. It was okay. I think it was a good Batman movie. Inception is my 5th. I did not like Inception. I was just like, what are we doing? Like, it's like the whole thing was a dream, and I'm just like, I could have stayed home for this. That's how I felt at the end. It wasn't like, oh my God, what a genius, like bait and switch. I'm just like, you just wasted my time because all this was a fucking hallucination. Oppenheimer is my number 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer I thought was good. Also a very loud movie, but for me, I thought it spent more time on Oppenheimer where it would have landed better for me if they kind of talked about the effects of the atomic bomb in Japan. And like, I like more macro like type of stories, I feel like, and it was just too cerebral for a guy that I didn't even really like. So that's where I go with Oppenheimer. The Dark Knight Rises. Some people will try to tell me The Dark Knight Rises is better than The Dark Knight. They're just trying to be different. It's not. Bane is great, but it's not better than The Dark Knight. Then I got The Odyssey. Then I got The Odyssey at 3. I got The Odyssey at 3. Which was really hard. This is where it got really tough for me. Yeah. Then the next, I got Interstellar at 2.
Okay.
Interstellar at 2. I haven't seen that movie since I saw it in theaters, like, I don't know, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
But I remember it being like a transformative experience. Like, I saw it with my younger brother at the time, and like I was just like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen. I walked out of that film with the same feelings as when I walked out of the Odyssey. Like, this is amazing.
I saw it in re-release.
Oh
in
yeah. Oh, they
theaters.
did
Yeah,
that recently,
and I
right?
was like, oh yes.
Such a good movie. And then I got The Dark Knight.
Wow.
Then I got The Dark Knight at number 1. It might just be my bias, but like that's probably the only one that I've seen more than once on this list. But it's just a classic film, man. Like, you know, just Heath Ledger playing the Joker, Harvey Dent with like the Two-Face stuff. I thought Christian Bale did his thing. It was I love The Dark Knight. I love The Dark Knight also because it felt like there were just like multiple conflicts going on around Gotham, and I thought it really gave me a cool picture of like Gotham and just like how these different conflicts.
Criminal world.
Yeah, the criminal world and how they're all like intertwined with each other, and Batman's just trying to be like in like 2 different places at once, literally. So I just like The Dark Knight. That's probably my favorite Christopher Nolan film. But honestly, the top 3, I could see me changing them on any given day.
Yeah. My only thing with your list is how you put Inception that low.
I didn't like that movie, man.
Damn.
I didn't like it, but I mean, you've seen all of them, so
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what you think.
So here are my top 10 Christopher Nolan rankings of his films. I've seen 11 out of his 13 films.
Okay.
So I'll go 11. So 11, I'll go Dunkirk.
Okay.
I didn't like that movie that much. I thought it was cool how the timelines were different. Like one guy was 1 hour, one guy was 1 day, one guy was 1 week. And you could see like where all the people come in together. But like I said, I don't like Christopher Nolan's like history films that much.
What is it based off of?
It's a battle at Dunkirk. So I don't know if it's World War I or World War II.
Okay.
Number 10, I have Tenet. I thought it was a good movie. I just thought sometimes it gets a little confusing, and maybe at times he's just trying too hard at like how confusing he's like trying to be. But I thought it could have been better. But I love John David Washington. I love Robert Pattinson.
I did see this movie.
Yeah.
This shit was confusing as hell. I did see this one. I forgot about it.
And I love the friendship that they have with each other. Still a great movie. At number 9, I have Oppenheimer. I think it was better as like the production and the film and what they did with that. And the acting was phenomenal by Cillian Murphy. But I think after they test the atomic bomb, I thought the movie kind of slowed down.
Yeah.
Like the third act was really slow for me. At number 8, I have Memento. This is one of his earliest films, Guy Pearce. I thought it was an amazing film. There's actually a Bollywood movie that's based off of this, which I think the Bollywood movie actually does a lot of pointers better than Memento.
Okay.
But Memento, I mean, it's like if you don't know anything about it, basically the end is the beginning and the beginning is the end.
So confusing.
Yeah. And the guy he loses his memory, and so he has to tattoo on himself what happened. And there's like a murder that happened, so he's trying to figure out what happens, and he loses memory every 15 minutes.
And the cover, I'm looking at it right now, is like a picture within a picture within a picture.
Yeah.
So are we in the goated territory yet, or is it still like?
I think these are all goated.
They're all goated. Okay, so all these movies
except for Dunkirk.
Okay.
Except for Dunkirk, like that's the one I would not advise anyone to watch.
All right. Well,
but Tenet, like I would still recommend.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. At number 7, I have The Odyssey.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So not even in the top 5.
Not in the top 5, just cause Christopher Nolan just makes such banger movies that like The Odyssey is still goated. You know, it's still an amazing film. At number 6, I have Inception. I thought Inception was amazing. You have Leonardo DiCaprio, amazing, star-studded cast. The action scenes that were practical with the moving. What is it called? The moving hotel room.
Yeah.
I think those were cool. I don't think that Christopher Nolan's action is the best, but that's the best I've seen it before the Odyssey. I think Odyssey is now his best action sequence that I've seen.
Yeah.
Especially that last sequence. At number 5, I have The Prestige. Prestige is such an amazing film. Great twists and turns. It's about magicians. You have Hugh Jackman, and then you have Hugh Jackman, and then you have
underappreciated actor
Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman opposing each other, 2 magicians. This is a history timepiece that I thought was amazing that Christopher Nolan did. At number 4, we have Dark Knight Rises. That is my least favorite of the Batman series, but still an amazing film. There's some, questionable plot holes that I have with it. Like, how did all those cops end up in the bottom? That makes 0 sense to me. There was only like 2 left, 2 outside, 3 outside, whatever. But I'll forgive it a little bit. Some of the fight scenes towards the end with him and Bane could have been better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at number 3 I have Interstellar.
Ooh.
I love Interstellar. Interstellar's amazing, and yeah, not much.
I'm wondering where you're putting Batman Begins.
Dude, I love Batman Begins. It is at number 2.
Really?
Yeah, Batman Begins is such a fire movie. I think him and I'm forgetting the actor's name. But him and Liam Neeson opposing each other, his mentor becoming his rival, and him trying to save Gotham. I think conquering fear. This is the first movie, and I don't know about it. I feel like I've only seen one movie before he made the Batman Begins, which was Memento. I haven't seen his other 2 films before that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they chose Christopher Nolan to direct Batman. It makes, like, after seeing just Memento, I'm like, how do you choose this guy to direct a Batman movie? But and yet he made one of the best Batman movies, or Batman trilogies of all time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you? I don't know. It just makes zero sense, but he killed it.
I think it's one of those things where, like, with the guy who plays Gambit, it's just like he's always wanted to play Gambit. Maybe Christopher Nolan always wanted to do Batman, and he
probably pulled up with a script,
yeah,
and everything, and it was like, and everyone probably read it and was like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, and it's not like, I mean, there was a George Clooney one. I think people like those, but it's not like there was like an amazing Batman movie that just came out, like,
Yeah.
Maybe there was. I don't know.
Yeah,
they don't like the Clooney ones. Oh, so which one is the one that? Yes, Michael Keegan. Keaton, whatever. Yeah. I'm really bad with actor names. That's gonna be a thing that you're gonna realize about me, especially white people. Man, it's hard for me to remember some of these white people's names.
At number 1, I have The Dark Knight. It is
Let's go.
Is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it is a masterclass of acting.
Yeah.
Especially from the Joker. I mean, that is amazing masterclass acting. Like you said, Two-Face, phenomenal. I love the story. You either die here or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Bar.
And it's funny because Christopher Nolan's brother, I think, wrote that. And so Christopher Nolan didn't even like understand the line fully. He was like, I don't get that, but I guess it resonates. And he put it in the movie so many times.
But it gets the people going.
Yeah, it gets the people going. Yeah. And so that's just such a funny thing. And then I think it's cool to see an actor really make a character his own. And just the little micro acting skills, like him licking his lips because the scars were like fake and he wanted to keep them on, and like the way he tilts his head, and just these little like nods and the way he speaks. We don't see that many times in acting. No, at all.
And speaking of, like, I mean, maybe he has other movies, but like before that, Heath Ledger, that like kind of
Brokeback Mountain.
I did not see that one. Okay, so the only thing that I had seen of his before then was 10 Things I Hate About You.
Okay, yeah.
And I would have never thought that guy can like do what he did with the Joker. So that surprised me at the time. I do remember the licking of the lips, and I just remember thinking, like, why does he make that look so cool though? Yeah. Like I want to lick my lips. But we had the same number 1.
Yeah,
we got the same number 1, and low key Inception was like in the same place. I had Inception at like 5 or 4.
Yeah, we had it at the same place.
So maybe if I seen more of them, our list would match up a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised that you like Batman Begins so much.
I mean, I remember watching that movie and I was like, wow. I remember being young and watching that because I loved the older Batman movies too.
Yeah.
But I loved how this was such a serious direction, but he was so cool. And I remember the first time where the henchman was like, "Where are you?" And he's like, "Here." And then like he pops up, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is so sick." And
did you see Batman Begins before you saw The Dark Knight?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Oh, you saw it in theater. Oh, sick.
So I was like maybe 10, maybe a little younger.
Well, probably because The Dark Knight came out when I think I was like in 8th grade.
8th grade, yeah.
So I was like 13. So yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
I saw The Dark Knight first, and then I went back to it because I'm like, oh, like it also was confusing as a kid because I'm just like, okay, The Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins. I thought that was like its own thing because it doesn't like match the same like title. So I went back and I was just like, okay, cool. Like this is where he does like the training with the ninjas and whatnot and Ra's al Ghul. But I feel like because I saw Dark Knight first, I was just like, okay, this is okay.
Mm.
But it has an 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb, and Rotten Tomatoes. So I guess people liked it at the time too.
Yeah.
And that's probably why The Dark Knight was so anticipated, because people really like Batman Begins.
Yeah. Okay, those are our. We did watch House of the Dragon. We caught up.
Are we done with the Odyssey?
I think we're done with Odyssey.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah, go for it.
And this is probably gonna sound kind of tone deaf, but isn't it kind of? What's the name of the actor who was the one who got killed at the beginning
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page. Isn't it kind of funny that Elliot Page was the poster child for like teen pregnancy?
Oh yeah.
And now they're like a buff dude.
No, I remember sending the picture where he's jacked.
Yeah.
And I was like, I used to find this dude cute.
I just had to say that. I thought they would use them more. But yeah, it's so weird that people hated that. Did we also talk about like the backlash of like the characters of like the casting of the characters?
We talked a little bit, yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we talked about that off camera or not. I do want to say also last for real, Lupita, she looked great.
Oh yeah, she was great.
She looked great.
Yeah.
And if you don't find Lupita attractive, you need to like
clean your eyes.
You need to close your eyes. You need to end up like John Leguizamo and lose one of your eyes, man.
Okay.
But I'm done with the Odyssey.
Okay. There's 3 things we can talk about. Let me know what you want to talk about on this episode, and then the rest we can talk about on the Patreon. But I do want to talk about a blind ranking anime thing. I think that would be cool.
That probably would be good for the Patreon.
Okay.
But I do want to do that.
Because we haven't talked about anime at all in this.
No, but
okay. But
hey,
if you
Hollywood is Hollywood, man.
Hollywood, okay. And then House of the Dragon, we can quickly talk about that.
I think we could
Doomsday
talk about
trailer.
that on the main House of Dragons.
Okay. Because it's the same time period.
Yeah.
All right.
So you go ahead.
So House of the Dragon, we're on season 3. I have finally grinded and caught up these past 2 weeks. And man, it was a struggle.
I'm glad that you didn't like season 2 as much as I didn't.
I enjoy it, right? And even season 3, I enjoy it. There were some cool moments, and I kind of see the shift that's happening from the whole show. And like, oh, now new characters are being introduced.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it is so mid compared to Game of Thrones.
So mid.
Like, it's still enjoyable to watch, but I think Game of Thrones just sets such a high bar. I remember like being at this point in Game of Thrones being so encapsulated.
Season 3 was Red Wedding.
Yeah. And I'm like, in this one, I'm like, all right, I kind of see where they can go with these characters.
Mm-hmm.
And we might see a Zuko redemption arc with Aegon. I don't know if they're going to go with that, but, you know, he's got his face burned. He's living with the commoners.
I don't see it.
He has a guide, a mentor.
Yeah.
That's kind of teaching him like, hey, you're a bad man. So is he gonna get that Zuko? But this is also Game of Thrones, so you never know what happens.
The thing is, Zuko was like an asshole, but he was never a dick, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't hateful. He was just angry. He was frustrated because his dad was putting a lot of pressure on him. He's chilling with his uncle who keeps making tea, and he's just like, like, we got to get the Avatar. And, like, I can't get the Avatar. But the
thing is, he was shunned from the beginning.
Yeah.
If Aegon was shunned from the beginning, he might be like that, too.
True.
The thing is, if Zuko was put on the chair and you're like, hey, you're
let him, like, get the spoiled
treatment, then maybe Zuko would be the exact same.
It'd be really tough for me to see Aegon, like, not be a piece of shit.
I think that's what they're going with. Kind of like Jaime Lannister through Game of Thrones. Like, he kind of had that arc where he's like living with the commoners, and you're like, wait, I'm rooting for him.
This is true. I also don't think Jaime was as foul, because I compare Aegon to like Joffrey. He's like the Joffrey of this show, which is funny because I think they do have a Joffrey in this show.
Yeah. I'd say Aemond is worse.
Aemond is just, he's scary.
He's fucked up.
He's
bro.
fucked up, and he's got a weird mommy kink that
dude.
I just like. Why do we gotta do this, man? Why do we have? I mean, anime isn't any better. Like they got so much weird shit that goes on in anime. That would be very interesting. I think you're right. Like it is kind of leading up towards that. It's hard for me to see though, to see Aegon make that turn. But I guess what's the point of like everything that he's going through if not to like get him to have some redemption. I was impressed by Rhaena.
Mm-hmm. Rhaenyra.
Rhaena. This one. The one who
killed
the one who killed a bunch of people in the first episode because her dragon went like crazy. At first, I'm just like, I don't really care about like uh she's Valyrian, I believe,
Yeah.
right? I don't really care about like the Valyrians as much, but after seeing her acting after like everything, I'm just like, oh, she's actually like really good at acting.
Yeah.
There was a moment with her and what's his name?
Ship stealer.
Damon.
Damon.
Damon, her dad,
Her
right?
dad.
Her unclaimed dad. And she was just like so manic, and I was like, yo, she's low-key kind of like killing it as an actor. So I liked that. The first episode of the season I thought was good because it was kind of what we wanted. The thing that sucks though is they're definitely building towards Damon versus Aemon. I don't think we're gonna get that this season.
That's gonna be epic though.
So it's apparently a battle. I was watching Emergency Awesome that is like hyped up, where spoilers, somebody dies. I don't want to say it, but they basically spoiled it for me because, like you said, Emergency Awesome just be spoiling stuff. But I don't think we're gonna get that this season, and that's probably my biggest gripe. That like you kind of gave me what I wanted at the beginning. I want another dragon fight. If we don't close out the season with another big epic dragon fight, I'm gonna be really disappointed.
Have the fights been hitting for you? Because I feel like there's just not enough emotional weight to them.
No.
Like Game of Thrones, all those fights had emotional weight.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I hate this guy. This guy is dope. Like, I want to support this. And then you really feel the emotions through it. It's not even about the fighting and how good the choreography is. It's just the emotion behind it. I feel like there's not that much emotion behind it.
Yeah, I mean, you can even like point to, I think it was the Battle of King's Landing, if I'm not mistaken, in the second season, where Tyrion like gets like knocked out at the beginning, and then they kind of like skip over it. I didn't even need the fight because just him getting hyped up in that moment, like, yeah, I'm about to lead my people because we don't have anybody else. Those moments hit harder to me than anything that I've seen in this show so far.
I think what's interesting is the new son that gets introduced. Back again, the Hightower's kid.
He's like a bastard, half Targaryen.
Yeah, half Target. Is he a bastard? I mean, he's the king's and Alicent's kid.
True. Yeah, okay, I might be off on it.
Yeah, he's not a bastard. He's just the rejected son and was sent away. I think maybe because he didn't have the platinum hair.
Oh, I see.
So he was sent away to be with the uncle, and so you can kind of see he's like a good kid.
Yeah.
And his uncle's like messed up, and he now and he's the rightful heir because he's the next in line.
Yeah.
And so if it's not for Aemon, then it's him. And you're like, wait, there's another contender now to the ring, and now it's not the same three that are going after it. So that's kind of cool storyline that I'm excited to see, because I'm kind of tired of these characters, and I like where they're going, their trajectory, but introducing more characters I think is cool.
I think it's cool. It makes me a little bit uneasy because this show has shown me that they're not necessarily good at making characters that I care about. So when they introduce a new person, I'm just like, I'm probably not going to care about this person for a long time. Like, I'm now just kind of being invested in like Damon and Aemon and Aegon, and that took a long time for me to care about these characters.
Yeah.
So like any introduction of new ones, I just don't have faith that they're like that they'll matter or they'll like feel like necessary. Rhaenyra ain't shit though.
You don't like Rhaenyra?
I mean, I hated the moment where she didn't give Corlys like she was supposed to legitimize his kids, and she was just like, oh, I can't do that because I got eyes on me right now. I'm just like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
you're a piece of shit. I hate, and also she's not a queen. I'm sorry, she's not a queen. She only wants to be queen for like, just because her daddy like promised her like at the beginning, but she doesn't even care about the people. When she was like sitting there and like listening to like the people like complain about like their stuff, which I'm always surprised that like they do that in Game of Thrones. I'm just like, if I was a king, I'm not listening to these people. But she's just not fit for the throne, and it always just, when you watch like Naruto, it's the story of how he became Hokage. This is the story about how the house essentially tore itself down. So I'm like, okay, I guess it makes sense that she sucks because everything is going to lead to the downfall of the Targaryens.
Yeah. And how is she not prepared?
Because, like you're asking me or just in general?
In general.
Like, because she's focused on all the wrong shit.
But it's like, okay, you have all these systems in place. You think you're just going to, and even, what's it called? Damon is like, oh, you think you're just going to get the throne without doing anything? Like, without being just like gracefully? Like, it's going to cause some bloodshed,
100%.
So, I don't know. But I am rooting for her. I don't know. There's something about her where I'm like, you know, she didn't want to fight the war. She went to Alicent. She was like, hey, we need to get rid of this war. Like, you know, she does not want people to die. So I really appreciate that in her character.
Yeah.
But after she killed Alicent's dad, I was like, why? You didn't need to do that. Like,
Yeah, no. And one thing that I also was excited for, I liked when, I think it was in the last episode or maybe the episode before, where they're like, don't make an enemy of the faith. Because then it kind of brought me back to when Cersei was at odds with the faith, and like you don't want to fuck around with those, because those like hardcore Christians, they go hard, man. They're scary as hell. So I'm interested to see where that goes, because I thought that was like a nice element in Game of Thrones. I might be Team Kriston.
It was
He is the one that Alicent was smashing on the side.
Sir Criston.
Yeah, Sir Criston.
Oh, I don't like him at all.
I don't either, but he kind of has a point. That we need to kill these Targaryens because they're. But it sucks because his motivation is he's a scorn ex of Alicent. So like that's why I hate him. But at the same time, I'm like, you're right. We need to get rid of all these dragons.
He's right. Maybe it's the actor. I just feel like there's no complexity in his character. Yeah. Or like maybe it's his acting. He even in the pre-time skip, he looked the same. Post-time skip, he looked the same. Yeah. And then he's just like a straightforward character. I know Jon Snow was kind of like that, but he had like heart. You know, you could tell, like, he cares. Yeah. I thought he was going to be, like, a Jon Snow, maybe, of this.
Yeah. I mean, at least with Jon Snow, he had something you can get behind. With Kriston, it's like, yeah, it's not landing.
He's so one-dimensional.
He's very one-dimensional. He's really a hater when it boils down to it. But I think, like, I would like to see the Targaryens all get their, like, just due, because I think they're all shitty in different ways. So I guess he's going to have to be the one to do it. I guess he's kind of supposed to be like I know he's not technically a Baratheon, but he gives me like a young Robert Baratheon vibes, which I also never liked Robert Baratheon. I thought he was kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm interested to see where they go. I think there's probably only like 1 or 2 more episodes left. Really? I feel like they're going to do like a 6-7 episode season. Okay. Like I feel like they've been like shortening stuff. Maybe they do a 10. Yeah. But I don't know. I just have a feeling that there's only like 2 episodes left. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, such a slow burn show, but I'm still watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it mainly so that we have stuff to talk about. But what would you rate House of Dragons so far out of 10?
Maybe a 7.
That's generous.
Really?
Generous.
I don't think it's like bad. Maybe 6.57.
I think I'm at 6.5. Okay. I'm at 6.5. If we're talking about certain episodes, that first episode was crazy. I think maybe episode 3 was really good. But overall, yeah, 6, 7.
And I would only say that 6, 7. I would only say that just comparing it to Game of Thrones, and you have to compare it to Game of Thrones.
You have to.
You have to. If Game of Thrones did not exist, I think it would be higher. I think it's a great made show, well made. CGI is great. Acting is phenomenal. Yeah. The story is like pretty decent. It's just if you're comparing it to Game of Thrones, it's nowhere near close.
It's a high bar. Yeah. It's a high bar, and I'll say it now. I've said it so many times, but I'm just like, can we just let things die, man? Like, to me, it tarnishes the legacy a little bit.
Really?
A little bit.
I think the timelines are so separate that I feel like it doesn't even hurt. And it was so cool when they showed scenes like, hey, dude, our Targaryen, there's just one lady left, and she's surrounded by fire. I was like, oh, like he's seen that.
It is cool when they reference the Song of Ice and Fire and Daenerys, and essentially they are working off of a prophecy that ultimately we learn in Game of Thrones isn't. Like, she isn't the bringer of peace. She's the bringer of chaos and burn down all the anytime they show King's Landing, I think about like what she did to King's Landing, and I'm like, damn, you guys, you know nothing, Jon Snow. You know nothing, Aemon. You know nothing, Rhaenyra. But it's I like it, but definitely watching the Odyssey, and they're not similar, but in that same like type of era, it's just like it mogs like this felt like a school play after watching the Odyssey.
Every time there's like, I need the throne. Yeah. I just think of House of the Dragon. Yeah. I'm like, they just keep referencing the throne.
For sure. But should we move to the Patreon?
Yeah, I think we'll move to the Patreon. We have a few topics. We're going to have John do a blind ranking for animes. I have a story about that. And then what else do we have? You want to talk about Chainsmoker Cat?
Oh, yeah. I just want to recommend it. See if you'd be interested.
And then John has a few other topics. But really good topics in the Patreon. We hope to see you there. Subscribe on the Patreon.
Peace.
Peace.